Ethereum is scheduled to undergo a massive supply shock starting from August 4th. In fact, Ethereum is already undergoing a massive supply shock. We have decentralized finance, the staking contract, new ETF news, incredible things going on in the Ethereum ecosystem. I will be breaking all of that down in today's video for you. My name is Lark. Every day I make videos talking about cryptocurrency investing. Well, most days. Some days, often anyway, approximately. So if that's a topic that you want to learn some more about, then make sure that you subscribe to the channel, gently tap on the thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm, and of course, click on the notification bell to know when I put out a new video. So let's go ahead and get straight into this topic. And of course, we have to start off by talking about the fact that the Ethereum London hard fork, a critical network upgrade, has been merged into the Ethereum software, and it will go live on the Ethereum mainnet on August 4th at block number 12,965,000. So it's happening. It's happening. Now, I made a video talking about this hard fork and all of the different upgrades that are actually coming within this in a video last week. So if you want some more specific information, all the little details of this particular network upgrade, go and check that video out. But the most important thing that a lot of investors are talking about is obviously EIP 1559. This is going to be Ethereum's basically perpetual stock buyback mechanism that is going to be implemented onto the Ethereum mainnet in just a couple of weeks. I know a lot of people, we had initially been talking about a July 14th deployment for this. It got delayed by 2 weeks. Some people freaked out about that. It happens, man. It happens. It's tech. Sometimes things take a little longer than expected, but this has been merged. This will happen. This is going forward. This is going to take place. Just a few weeks away from a very, very serious upgrade happening for Ethereum that over time will actually start to decrease the total supply of Ethereum. And if we're taking a longer time frame as investors here, where's Ethereum going to be in a few years, maybe even 10 years, when we have millions of Ethereum a year being burned? Something to think about, because it's pretty incredible when you start to understand the implications of this upcoming upgrade. Also, in terms of seeing more scarcity coming in, Ethereum 2.0 currently has around 195,878 validators. Actually, I made that number yesterday, so it's going to be a little bit more now, but it just makes you understand how incredibly much Ethereum has come in. So that's more than 6.26 million Ethereum currently staked in ETH 2.0 contract. So that's the staking contract for ETH 2.0. And at 195,000, probably 196,000 validators, now incredibly decentralized. Unbelievably decentralized. That is an incredible amount of network validators running the Ethereum 2.0 network. Mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. Here's another fact which will blow your mind. Right now, we are seeing more Ethereum every single day flowing into the ETH 2.0 staking contract than is currently being mined. Wowzers, that is super bullish. So we've had approximately 30,000 ETH a day going into the ETH 2.0 deposit contract. We have around 12,000 ETH a day being mined, so that's a big deal. That's a big, big deal right there. That won't always be like that. That's just something that's been going on for basically the last 2 or 3 weeks, which also, again, very impressive, very crazy to see such an uptick in people piling money into Ethereum and sticking it into the staking contract over the last few weeks. Very, very bullish in my opinion. Also, we see some great network statistics here for Ethereum. 250,000 Bitcoin has actually now been wrapped onto the Ethereum network. Why is that the case? Why is there so much Bitcoin now living on Ethereum? Because you can actually use your Bitcoin on the Ethereum network for useful and interesting things. You can get great yields, for example. I know that we do have some Bitcoin related decentralized finance protocols like the Sovereign Network. We've talked about that stuff in the Wealth Mastery newsletter. So it is out there, but you can see where people are choosing to put their money. 250,000 Bitcoin currently flowing around Ethereum, sloshing around in all the different DeFi protocols. We've also hit 3 million users for decentralized finance. So this is a pretty incredible number you can see here that's just been exploding parabolically. Took us 142 days to go from 1 million to 2 million, and it also took us 78 days to go from 2 to 3 million. Unreal amount of just users piling into decentralized finance. Now, we have a lot of protocols doing a lot of DeFi stuff, but Ethereum remains the leader in terms of the best applications with the deepest liquidity. So, this is good for ETH to see this. And talking about Ethereum DeFi and good news for Ethereum DeFi, holy cow, man, we finally got it. Uniswap has announced that Uniswap v3 is launching on optimistic Ethereum. Nice. Now, it is worth pointing out that right now it's an alpha launch only, so we still will need to see it go through some testing phases, some different iterations. But this is a big step. This is a really, really, really big step because optimistic Ethereum, this is an Ethereum layer 2 scaling solution. But unlike, for example, Polygon, which is an Ethereum sidechain, this is actually natively built in. So this is part of the Ethereum software in a much more native way. This is a big deal because Uniswap is one of the biggest gas guzzlers on the entire Ethereum network. That means that if we can dramatically reduce the load and the cost on Uniswap, this changes everything in terms of the gas fees that we've been seeing on Ethereum. And of course, if Uniswap is doing this, we're going to see others do this too. Synthetics, they're another one that is going to be releasing their platform on optimistic Ethereum. So they're scheduled to do that in about 2 weeks' time. We'll see other decentralized finance protocols get on board with this too. They want the users, and low fees attracts in users. So seeing this coming out, this is very, very big news for Ethereum. This is going to help us scale the mainnet in a very serious and substantial way. It's amazing all this super exciting stuff is happening while the price is kind of, not super exciting at the moment. But it's really important to understand as an investor in these assets that the technological innovation is still moving right along and in the right direction. By the way, every single week my team and I produce Wealth Mastery. It is an investor report designed for cryptocurrency investors. We talk about stocks and stuff sometimes too, so there's also that in there. But every single week you're going to be getting a deep dive altcoin report, a trending coin analysis, the latest token sales, the latest airdrops, top tier technical analysis, a step-by-step decentralized finance tutorial, and much, much more, all for less than $10 a week, meaning that this is the most value-packed and at the same time the most affordable investor report on the market. So if you want to get an edge on your investing, click on the link down below me here in the description and check that out. Now we have lots more exciting Ethereum news, but I think the rest of the news we're going to talk about here actually really just feeds right back into the whole Ethereum supply crisis narrative that we're seeing. So it's not just the explosion in users. It's not just the layer 2 scaling solutions that are going to make the network so much better. It's not just seeing all the money flowing in, like all the Bitcoin that we see flowing into the network. It's not just these critical upgrades like EIP 1559 is going to make ETH more scarce over time. All this stuff, it's a big part of the picture. There's no just one single thing that is creating this supply side crisis for Ethereum. But one thing we can definitely talk about here is the big money that's going to start flooding into ETH. Mentioned the other day here on Twitter, we're starting to see a pretty clear message forming up from the big money crowd. They like Ethereum and they're going to push Ethereum. So Goldman Sachs, those guys, Goldman Sachs, those guys, they believe that Ethereum's popularity could see it become the dominant cryptocurrency and eventually overtake Bitcoin as the largest cryptocurrency. Bold call, bold call. Of course, we've all been talking about the flippening for years, right? And it hasn't come to pass yet. We do still have a very strong narrative for Bitcoin, a strong institutional and retail investor interest in Bitcoin as digital gold. But Ethereum has a lot of interesting properties that the big money crowd is starting to take notice of. And I think that's important to talk about because these guys represent essentially the tip of the spear of trillions of dollars in investment capital. So if Goldman Sachs and these big institutional players are starting to flip bullish on Ethereum, something to pay attention to. I mean, maybe it's all a psyop fake out and they're shorting Ethereum, but I think that we're starting to see these guys accumulate Ethereum, adding in Ethereum to their portfolios, and they're staking or looking to stake Ethereum because they understand the value proposition of what staking Ethereum means, that you're getting basically the premier cryptocurrency in terms of so many metrics: value settled on chain, number of users growing, DeFi, NFTs, stablecoins, all that stuff. And when you stake it, you get paid out in more of it. It's like I keep saying, imagine if Apple stocks paid out in more Apple stocks. That's the equivalent of what we're seeing here for Ethereum. And I think that the big money guys are switching onto that reality, which is why you're seeing stuff like this. Swiss bank Signum becomes the first bank to offer ETH 2.0 staking. Come on, man. You can start staking your Ethereum at your bank. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Now, you have to be fair, it's a Swiss bank, so they're already more in tune with what's going on in the crypto scene. They also have a more regulatory friendly situation when it comes to what's possible with crypto in Switzerland. So there's that to keep in mind. But this is it. We have a bank offering staking for their customers for Ethereum. How long till we see more banks doing that? We haven't seen any of the big US banks offer staking for their customers yet, but we're going to. Mark my words, we're going to see that. We're going to see JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs and all these guys start offering Ethereum staking. It'll just be for the rich clients at first. Later on, maybe the retail can get some crumbs, but it's coming. And the final big story for today that is, again, pushing the whole just explosion narrative forward, really, long term, right? I understand the price is suffering right now, and all this good news doesn't move the needle at all. But you have to look at the big picture, again, as an investor. If you want to do day gambling, you're watching the wrong channel. You're watching the wrong channel for that. But we talk about investing here. And when we talk about investing, we talk about the big picture for these assets. Brazil has just approved their first Ethereum ETF. Nice. Good work, Brazil. Good work. Proud of you guys. This is great news for Brazil and great news for the entire cryptocurrency space. So Canada already has multiple Bitcoin ETFs trading, multiple Ethereum ETFs trading. Brazil already has a Bitcoin ETF trading. It's just approved an Ethereum ETF, which will start trading soon. Amazing. These ETF products are so important because they allow so much money to come into the market. There's so many people who are just sitting on the sidelines and are not putting any money into the markets because they want to be able to buy this crypto via their brokerage accounts. I was literally having a conversation with someone the other day and like, well, if I could buy Bitcoin on my brokerage account, I'd probably do that, but they couldn't. ETFs are going to totally change the game here. So very excited about this news out of Brazil. And obviously, it shows, again, how freaking behind the times the USA is. Come on, man. Canada and Brazil now both have Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs. Come on, man. Let's get it done. Let's get it done, America. Let's get it done, SEC. Time for Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs in the USA. And when that happens, number is going to go up, guys. The number is going to go up. Quite simply put. Anyway, your question for today. Do you think that the August 4th release of the London hard fork, the EIP 155 an upgrade, that it's going to be a bullish event for Ethereum, or is it going to be a buy the rumor, sell the news? We might even see a sell-off happening then. Be very curious to know your thoughts on that down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching today's video, and peace out till next time.